know, I want make you know am. If they come out from my mouth, your administration now the most failed one. President TInubu, your government now the most useless government. When they frustrate the poor citizens, the useless government ever in Nigeria. Senator Akpabio, Senate President, you are the most failed Senate President. You understand me? Off the mic. Oh, they don't go off mic for you. They don't go off mic for you. You hear me? Akpabio, you are the most failed Senate President. If now arrest me, Muna arrest me. Shatima, you are the most failed and most useless Vice President. Inspector General of Police, I know if you want, I know if you get your time because you now expired person, you don't expire. You understand? You first person, you don't expire for office. They just try to carry you for microwave, make them rewarm you. Whether you go there useful, so that you go feed you go there useful for them. They oppress the poor masses. You understand? They won't use you now for 2027 election. We know. You understand? But now, this 2025 what day, won't let na make na mind there and say Nigerians are no longer smiling. If you don't know, you know. But I know. I still remember myself, James Mike, popularly known as Flag Boy, aka you talk, you go die. You no talk, you go still die. At a day like this now, I don't already die. I be dead cops when they work out. You understand? If they talk about prison like this, all Nigerians we dey inside prison. Our prisoners will be TInubu and Shetima, Akpabio. They don't enslave us, carry us put for prison under the leadership of the Inspector General of Police when they expire. You understand? Time how they fear to talk don't pass. TInubu, somebody say now open letter be this. Your administration is failed. Now the worst ever. You don't fail your you not only fail us, so you fail yourself.
So hello everybody, you're welcome back again to my YouTube channel. My name is Sonia and you're welcome to Gist9 Food. In this channel we discuss about everything and anything gistable, most especially all the trendy topic in social media. It can be in Nigeria, it can be Ghana, or it can be abroad, or America, or France, or anywhere, or provided the gist is very interesting. So initially I made a video before about this NYSC copper that came online, to talk things. She said a lot of things about our current situation in Nigeria, to the extent that she even went as far of calling our president, our Baba TInubu, to be a terrible president. What she said was the facts. She made a statement.
That core member that came out to say that President TInubu is a terrible president should be arrested, yes, and prosecuted. Because Nigerians, you guys are ungrateful and you are insatiable. Research has shown that a lot of beautiful things have happened in this President TInubu's era. Look at it, for example. This tenure, we have the lowest cases of eye problems. Why? Oh, beer that you cannot afford Gary now. Gary is expensive. Who made that possible? President TInubu. Accidents have greatly reduced in this tenure. Why? Because you cannot get fuel to be walking around anyhow. Who made it possible? TInubu, of course. Unwanted pregnancy has greatly reduced. Who made it possible? President TInubu. Why? Because you cannot afford to carry Uber to go and do Agbere. Where you go see money? Where you go see money? So if you are ungrateful to TInubu, I don't know what to say to you.
So initially I made a video about the Series 1 of all the videos she posted on social media. The video went viral. Our initial video was about 4.5 views and the video had about 1 million likes. To even see the way that Nigeria is even related to, to the lamenting she was lamenting, the way she was kind of saying everything out. Many people related to the situation. Even myself, I can relate because that was one of the reasons that I left Nigeria in the first place. So I made a video of all her videos she made, the initial video she made, complaining about the situation of Nigeria. The second video she made calling out the Nigeria government. The third video she made while she was recording the phone call she had from the NYSC unit, and the fourth video she made while she was assuring the Nigerians that were concerned about her well-being, if she was fine, because of the different threats she received while those videos went viral in the in the social media platform. Particular video is going to be different montage of different people's opinion, the people that came out on TikTok to express their opinion about the particular topic. Some different content creators too that made videos about what she was saying, that she was not lying, and I'll still make videos. Maybe this particular video, sometimes, trying to make a montage, trying to compile videos of different people's opinions, sometimes it makes the video to be too long. But if I see that this video is going to be very, very long. Though it's a series 2, it's going to be series 2A and series 2B. Also, this video show is going to be both the positive and the negative. You know, one thing about each topic in Nigeria is that some people is going to agree, they are going to agree with you whatever you are saying, while some people too, they are going to disagree with you regardless, because you know we come from a country where we respect people by age, not we don't respect them in what they do if they are actually fulfilling their responsibility, because some people frown at it when they see young girl expressing their emotion, you know, trying to talk to older person. Sometimes some people even frown at it to even say that sometimes children that question, you know, their adults, question old man, like in this case now, but TInubu, they are mostly irresponsible children. Their parents didn't treat them well. So let me let you guys to watch this video, then I'll come back to let you know the rest of my thoughts.
If somebody says TInubu is a terrible president, is that not a statement of facts for which millions of Nigerians are in agreement? And they say, why did you say Lagos is smelling? Lagos is stinks and whatever. Why do we have Loma in Lagos? When you make such a statement, barrister, when you make such a statement about the president, do you have evidence to substantiate all that you have said? Or can you make that claim in both statements with your right claims? Can you make it with your right claims? Or do we just say it because we just have to say it? No, saying that TInubu is a terrible president is self-evident. Right? It's self-evidence. So self-evidence, do you use self-evidence in the court? I mean this. do you use self-evidence in the court? The evidence is before you. The evidence is before you. If the president is not terrible, Nigerians will be able to afford. Is the evidence I want to give you the evidence. Is the evidence admissible in court? Of course, it is admissible, because the judge who will preside over the case could not have possibly trekked to the court. He would have had to enter a vehicle, and he knows how much he's buying fuel. That judge, possibly in his house, maybe he's depending on diesel or fuel, and he knows how much he's paying for it. Every Nigerian can attest. So you are saying that the judge will use that as his yardstick then? I'm telling you that in court, the question of whether this president is terrible or not is one that there shouldn't be a debate. And anyone that is seeking to debate it is just engaging in intellectual duplicity with profound respect. Because I can sit here and chronicle facts that is conclusive about. In fact, she was very kind in her language. If I was the one, I could have used more Arabic language. How can you say? And this is the president, by the way, who was promising us heaven and earth. Today, Nigerians cannot feed. Look at the cost of data that has been increased. You can't even have access to internet. The electricity tariff has been increased. Our naira, our exchange rate is nothing to write home about. Healthcare, nothing to write home about. The war on corruption, the president has not fought it. Austerity, Nigeria is going through a very difficult phase, but you are spending billions, and they keep saying, oh, be patriotic, love Nigeria. Core members should love Nigeria. But the president is so patriotic that he needed a new aircraft to be able to fly around. They are so patriotic, he had to spend billions to build a new lodge for the vice president. Who is paying for the lodge that core members are staying? Who is paying for the transport fare that core members are using to go to work? Why is it that when we speak about patriotism, the man is only made of the Nigerian people and never of our leaders? This core member must be given a national honor because she has provoked, and let me advise, and I say this with all sense of responsibility. Those who are trying to threaten us, be careful. In 30 seconds, because we are closing. I'm advising the NYSC and the Nigerian government to be careful. Because if you push this case, other core members will now say, no, this is not just about her. And nobody can preempt how that will end. We have to listen. We have to listen to what the nation is saying. The nation is speaking. It is whether TInubu will listen or not. And whether TInubu is a terrible president or not, of course they agree that he's a terrible president. If you doubt me, go to the villa and conduct a census. Majority of the workers there will tell you that TInubu is a terrible president. TInubu himself knows that he has fell on his promises. All right.
But let's be honest, frustration can make you see things the wrong way. But at the same time, let's not act like everything she said isn't relatable. Dear President TInubu, we are going to try and rephrase her word because you are a grandpa, a father, and a president, and we respect you. Dear sir, dear presidency, the country is hard. Dear President TInubu, sir, Nigerians are suffering. Ever since you came into power and removed the subsidy, things have gone from bad to unbearable. And it's not even just the low class, even the middle class, even the high class, everybody is feeling the heat. The cost of living is choking everyone. because one young girl decided to voice out. She's been threatened by the NYSC body, which is unfair. We can say things out of frustration. Things are not funny anymore. Nigerians are going through a lot. Dear President Tinubu, will beg you, sir, may you live long in good health and in wisdom and in knowledge, because we know that if things are good for you health-wise, you'll be able to remove the country, remove the citizens from this poverty era that the country is going through. We beg you, please, the girl should not be threatened. Instead, she should be listened to. We need a better Nigeria, and we pray that the country keeps getting better and safe for every one of us. Thank you, sir.
Tinubu presidential aide has said that the youth corper who said that Tinubu is a terrible president deserves death penalty.
Why are coppers complaining? What the exact reason why they are complaining? 33K will not do you for a month. Do you know how much they paid your parents when they served? Do you know how much they paid people that served last 5 years? They are paying you 33K, you are complaining. Because you spend too much. Because you spend too much. Because I don't know why you as a youth, young man, young girl like you, 33K will not do you for a month. When you don't plan, this is why you need to go through that training. They need to train you so that you will know how to survive. In a hard country like Nigeria, you need to know how to survive. Because the country is hard. That's why you're going through that training. 33K. And you cannot save from the 33K. You must be joking. Split your 33K into 2. Save 15K. Use the remaining 18K. You will survive with it. That is why you are a youth. You are meant to use your brain. You split it. Okay. Transportation is too much. 8K for transportation for the whole month. You can do it. 5K for feeding. The remaining 5K for the small things you pay, the dues you pay in CDS, the little things they need to do in your CDS group. For the transportation, okay, we have 4 weeks. Just take 2 days to use transport. The remaining days, like in every week, 4 weeks for 4 months, for a month. In every week, choose 2 days to use transportation. The remaining days, trek. That is why you are going through this service. That is why. That's the main reason you need to follow it. You did not go there to go and enjoy it, to go and relax and be chopping chicken. No. You went there to serve. 2 days in a week, use it to enter transport. That's your flexing day. The rest day, you trek. Trek to your PPA. What do you mean you can't survive with 33K? Eh? The remaining, use it for other things. Okay, the 5K for food. Some days, there's Gary. Is you that want to go and be eating jollof rice and chicken? The days, you steal. You need to survive. That is why that training is there. You steal. Your forefathers, they used to roast ants. They don't even have shelter. They survived. You cannot survive. Are you whining me? They used to roast all this thing. They survive by all means. But in your own case, they even give you money to buy luxury things. You are in a country that Gary is already luxury. You need to adapt. Don't complain. You need to adapt. That is why you are the leaders of tomorrow. Don't talk. You need to calm down. Obey your elders. It's your parents that are supposed to do this thing, not you. You are meant to adapt. Anyway, even if Gary turns, they start selling 1 cup of Gary for 2.5. Adapt. That is why you are a youth. How will you lead this country if you don't know how to adapt?
Omo, if that NYSC girl talks Tinubu government, terrible. It's terrible. Anybody will not like can go work on your office. And I promise us heaven and earth. Even the president himself knows waiting that girl talk, no be lie. Oga President, no be you be this.
Whichever way, by all means necessary, you must have electricity. And you will not pay for estimated bill anymore. A promise.
No be you be that, no be Gadus be that, no be you be that. You don't enter power now, you be say you go give us electricity, power 24/7, we no go even pay. Okay, now you don't enter, where the power dey? We no even want the free power again, you just give us the light, we go pay. Transportation for we are food stuff for market for we are everything just dey go sideways. Innocent girl come out, come dey talk something, all of una dey attack am. And to you that NYSC woman, whether you dey work for board or whether you dey work for UPC, I no even understand. Now Ogun go kill you, no go better for your generation. Stupid human beings. And to you as an individual, or maybe you be youth of this country, you get anything otherwise to say than to see say this country or the government terrible. You are a mad person.
Bola Ahmed Tinubu is a terrible president, allegedly. You know what's cracked that? The word allegedly is for cowards. I said what I said. The price of food, November 2023, is not the price of food now. The price of eggs, of a crate of eggs, 1,000 something in June and November 2023. By the time we got to November 2024, it's now 2,000 something. Talk about dollars, dollar. As at 2022, what Tinubu cost us with his presence, it was 440 something naira per $1. And we were screaming then. Now it's 1,500 naira per $1. That you're saying people should not say he's a terrible president. He's incompetent. He's a disgrace to presidents. Talk about petrol, fuel. The average price for fuel back in 2022 was 175 naira. Now it's 800 and something naira per liter. And all these things are happening. Nobody's salary is increasing. That's the people that are even employed, safe. Let's not talk about the rate of unemployment in the country. The prices of things are going higher every day. It's going higher, yes, higher. Say you have all this money. I mean, you're a baller, right? You're a baller. All this is no concern you. What about the security climate in Nigeria? Are you secure? Are you under the canopy? Do you have security? The answer is no. The amount of kidnappings happening in Nigeria, the amount of femicide, the amount of killings, broad daylight, people will try to rob you, bro. I remember when I went to Nigeria with my kids, I was inside the car with my children and people were trying to rob us in broad daylight. That is how bad the insecurity is. What's also crazy about this whole thing is youth coppers get kidnapped every single year. They lose their lives every single year trying to serve this country and nobody bats an eye. They don't make measures. They don't take actions to save them, to protect these people that are serving the country. But the moment someone comes out and cries, rightfully so, for the situation of this country, all of a sudden you know GPS, you know location, you have found the place she lives, you have found her name, you have found everything, you got her phone number, sharp to call her. But the people that actually need your help, that are serving this country, you turn a blind eye and you don't do anything to save them. And I also don't want you guys to be surprised when you come out to speak against the government or to speak about the situation of Nigeria, and other Nigerians who even have it worse than you are trying to shut you up, are trying to silence you. Do not be surprised, because one thing people fail to understand is that the government is not the only enemy. Your fellow Nigerians, our fellow Nigerians, are also the enemy. Those people are the people who are hoping to benefit from the system of oppression and corruption in the country. They are hoping that one day magically their situation will get better. You know, Nigerians, we love us a good grass to grace story. They are hoping that one day their situation will get better and they will get to that position where they oppress people. Instead of looking at the government as their oppressor, they look up to them as their mentor. They too want to be in the position of authority where they are able to oppress people and benefit from the system of oppression. And how can they do that where you are threatening to destroy that system, where you are threatening to break that system? They cannot have that happen. For us to wake up and stop creating a safe environment for your fellow citizens, for this type of people to operate. Do not make it a safe environment. For your fellow Nigerians who want to keep things the way they are, you have to create an unsafe environment for them to exist. We have to make it so uncomfortable for them to exist in this society. Tinubu, you are a horrible president. You are a terrible president. You are a disgrace to presidents. When presidents are coming out, I want you to hide your face.
Let's talk about the Nigerian NYSC student we call our president terrible. All right, the whole thing just they go around social media. Some people they blame him, some people they in favor. All right, let's be sincere to ourselves, right? Calling a bad government terrible, saying that the TInubu administration has been terrible in managing the Nigerian economy. Is it bad? Is it true or false? You know, when people they suffer and when people they pass through hardship, the level of hardship within Nigeria now, the words where people they use to take, they express their anger, not supposed to even they bother our government. Terrible, would it be terrible? The word terrible means you're not doing the right thing. The economy, Nigerian economy is terrible. The price of food is terrible. Everything for Nigeria is terrible. Thanks to the bad administration. So why would they blame the girl? Why would they attack the girl? We're supposed to focus on facts. She's not lying. You know, why are we so focused on the word used? Terrible is a definition of how bad something is. It's the situation in Nigeria currently, in a very terrible situation. So we have to understand that whatever she has said came from a place of pain, stress. You have to be that tribalistic. You have to be, how am I going to say it? You have to be a very, very politicized mind person to want to stand on the side of a terrible government. The Nigerian government is so bad. Things are not working fine. So why do we have to focus on how she said it, the words she used and all that stuff, you know? We got to stay open to ourselves, man. You know, we all know what thing we get inside the bad words where most of us won't use, but because of fear of how Nigerian government they treat people when they say the truth, most people will keep on to themselves. But she came out and used a selective word. You know, she just used a general word to define the whole situation. The administration has been very terrible. The prices of food now is times 3 or times 4. I don't know, because I know they stay like that. But things, people in Nigeria, things they had for them. You know what I mean? So why should we blame the girl for speaking the truth? The TInubu administration is doing a very terrible work in handling the Nigerian economy. The guy know they try. They know they try. Because the effect of good governance, not through this life of the citizen, you could see them. But not the show. You know, the show say the government of Nigeria, they work for the people, because the life of the people right now is worse than the past administration. Is that not terrible? So why do we have to be sugarcoating words? We got to use the right word. The situation in Nigeria right now, generally speaking, is a very terrible one. If the government, they try, people go to praise them and say, okay, they're doing a good job. But pick one thing out for the Nigerian economy where our government don't do. The exchange rate now, the Nigerian currency, the exchange rate now, it's in the sky. So are those actions, are those things, situations not terrible? Why would they try to deceive ourselves? We have to tell ourselves the truth. We have to tell ourselves the truth for that country. Everything about the Nigerian economy right now is in a very terrible condition, terrible state. So we have to start telling ourselves the truth. More leave the girl. The girl, she's not the problem. She just came out to say waiting all of us get for our mind. You know, she came out to say the truth. The prices of food that they pay, they're different from the one what I put they pay. Price of fuel, price of basic amenities, everything it's terrible. So waiting to get do bad. As she said, the professors, the school, the NYSC authorities, they call them, they threaten them, they make you take her down. But why should you take freedom of speech? We live in a civilized world where people have to express their anger. Our government's supposed to listen to the citizens, what the citizens they talk in a civilized country. It's the duty of the government to listen to the citizens. What are they saying? What are they saying? Are Nigerians living their best life? No, Nigerians know they live their best life. So, just because she said it, nah, she's not the scapegoat of her attack. Why are you talking to your head that's like that? Why you... Nigerians are stressed. Nigerians are going through tough times. Things they have for that country. Una way they know say things they have for that country. So why would they deceive ourselves? You know, so we should leave the girl out of the whole thing. She just came out to speak on our mind. And we should applaud her. We should raise her up to a very high level. You know, we need both people like this to the talk. Come on, you know, the more we talk, the more the government will react. If we not talk, we're quiet. It's like Mumu, everything they go on where the government not going to do anything. If we not react to the situation of Nigeria, nothing will happen. The situation currently in Nigeria right now is terrible. It's very bad. So we have to react. We have to speak out our frustration. We have to talk. We have to tell the government how we feel. That's why it's not democracy. We get to tell the government this is it. Democracy, you know, the government of the people. So now the people cannot speak, cannot talk their frustration, express their views. Nigerians are suffering, so the government is doing a terrible job in managing the Nigerian economy. It's not benefiting the citizen. So that's terrible. It's terrible. Come on. Someone leave the girl alone. We're supposed to celebrate the girl for coming out to be a hero. She's a superhero. Anyway, that's what's the matter, man. If you get anything to say about Nigerian economy it's not favorable to anybody, speak out, not fear. Talk. Now your country, just as is the country of TInubu or other our political officials, now still our country. The job of a politician is to better the life of the citizens, to create conducive environment where will affect local investments, where will affect the well-being of the citizens. But if the citizens not to get those benefits, that means they're doing a terrible job. Terrible. Anyway, it's Monday now. I just want us to start on a good ground, and I wish you all a very good one. And I want to not forget, I get YouTube channel. I want to go subscribe to my YouTube channel. The channel is the Mark Levitt Show. McLevit Show. The Mark Levitt Show. THEMCLEVIT. Then show. You know show, the SHOW. The Mark Levitt Show. So don't forget to subscribe. Peace out. I want to have a great day.
So now TInubu presidential aide say that this girl deserves to pay for criticizing the president. Wait, she deserves death penalty for exercising for her fundamental human rights and constitutional rights. The last time I checked, Nigeria is a democratic government. There's a freedom of speech. If you are no longer democrat, let them make it open that this is no longer democracy where we don't have freedom of speech.
Yeah. One thing I noticed about Nigerian is that, like what I said initially, is that some people are going to say some positive comment whilst I'm going to say some negative comments. But the positive comment, I'm not going to emphasize more about it because I agree with them. But you see the negative comments, like, you know, the ones that says that, how dare you insult our TInubu? How dare you? Do you know this TInubu you're insulting? So to be your grandfather? How dare you? So because now you now have the access to hold the phone with data, you can use it not to record video and upload it. That your mother did not train you well, your father did not train you well. Come on, let me tell you. This set of comments, that is the same reason why the Nigeria is still the way the Nigeria is now. Because if you even have a child in your house in Western world, that child, they will ask you question. If you are doing something, they will ask you, what are you doing, mama? Why are you doing it, mama? They will be very, very curious to know what you are doing. But you see, it's only Nigeria whereby you'll be questioning old people, questioning old men. The old men, they are supposed to be the leaders of the country. The younger one that is not satisfied with her situation, trying to question, trying to state what she observed. It's not as if maybe it's her mama that told her, or it's her uncle that told her, or it's anybody that told her. You understand, in this particular case, she observed it, she lived through it, she came out online to say what she had to say. But still, people like this are still saying that, how dare her to question the president? Who does the president think he is? She is old enough to even vote. There's more than likely she will vote for the president. And Nigeria is a democracy country where you have the right, to question. If you want to rant about something, you have the right as a democracy country that Nigeria is. Nigeria is not a military country. And moreover, self, and you see one thing, even this same Baba Tinubu that they are asking now, saying that how dare she question or talk trash about Baba Tinubu, if it was to be a foreign country, that Baba Tinubu sit down for an interview, even though the person, the interviewer, in as much as the interviewer is a white person, even though the interviewer is somewhere 15 years old, 16 years old, you see the way Baba Tinubu will be answering that child 15 years old, 16 years old question. But if it's in Nigeria, if it's in Africa, there is a complete distance between, you know, these old people and these young people of 18. Because for example, now in the Western world, for example, me now in my case, I'm based in France. I've watched some news when some people are asking questions to Emmanuel Macron, that is the current president of France. I've never seen any time that this Emmanuel Macron will say, no, how dare you question me, how dare you question my authority. I've never also seen anyone that will come outside online to be blaming someone that has Emmanuel Macron question. I've never seen. But it's only in Nigeria, it's only in Africa such a thing happen. And the same Western world now that the younger ones, they are questioning the people in leadership. It's the same country that is more favorable to we the Africans. It's the same country that we pass through different hell, pass through Libya, pass through, you know, Niger, pass through the sea to come to the Western world. Sometimes some people, before they can even get visa to come to the Western world, it's still like this. And this kind of people so saying that the girl doesn't have to do what she is doing. Them too, they're not even happy about the situation in the country. In their own mind, they know that the Tinubu is not a good president. One thing that usually surprises me is that, why is it that every time after one president's rule, we will complain about that president, but immediately the president finish ruling, another president come to the office. Now we will now say that the other president was the good president, the older president was the good president, that the new one now is not the bad president. I can see it in the case of Goodluck Jonathan. I see it in the case of Yaradua. I see it in the case of what is it called, this old one that said that the all the time ear problem. See, I saw it with Buhari. Nana Tinubu. Maybe the next president now that will come into the system now, they will say that Tinubu tenure is the best tenure. Let me even tell you, safe. In fact, let me don't make this video to be very long.